Hiya, it's Robin here again. Nice to see you. So today I want to talk about the word comfort or comfortable. Now I wonder what that word means to you. I'm going to show you some pictures of things that jump to my mind. Have a look. So we had a comfy sofa, a comfy jumper, we had comforting someone when they're sad, or the idea of it's a comfort to have my parents come to watch my first performance or first show. So some of you, even me, we might have something, a toy or an object that gives us comfort. Here's a couple more pictures. So that bunny, that's a little comfort bunny that belongs to one of the children that we childmind. And you can see from the welt-up ears that it brings a lot of comfort. And you saw a picture of me with my blanket that I wear to keep warm, but I wear it when I'm tutoring my GCSE maths students. And maybe that's a little bit of comfort as well as keeping me warm. So pause the video and think about and talk about, what does comfort mean to you? What gives you comfort? And who gives you comfort? When we're sad or worried, we all need comforting sometimes. So when you're a child, it's usually your mum or your dad or the special people that look after you. Maybe a carer, a friend, teacher, classroom assistant, mealtime assistant, grandparents. And most of us are really lucky to have lots of people that care for us and give us comfort. Have you ever thought about what happens to adults though? So if I fall over and hurt myself, I can't really run to get a cuddle from my mum because she lives 52 miles away. And also, if I sat on her lap, squish her, wouldn't it? And if I go to the dentist, I can't take my dad with me or my friend to hold my hand to sort of make me feel better and to make me be brave. So pause the video again and think about, what do you think grown-ups do when they get sad or worried? What do you think could give a grown-up comfort? I want to look at two stories from the Bible that I think say something about comfort for everyone, for adults and children. The first one is from the Old Testament. In Judaism, they call this the Tanakh, and it's a story of Ruth. So watch the video, and at the end, I want you to pause the video and think how Ruth was a comfort to Naomi. And could you say to anybody, I will go wherever you go?
This story is found in the Bible in a book about Ruth. There was a famine in Israel and the food was all gone. Elimelech took his wife Naomi and their 2 sons, Mahlon and Chilion, to live in the country of Moab. The family lived there for 10 years, and both their sons married girls from Moab. It was a sad day for Naomi when her husband and both her sons got very sick and died. Naomi loved her sons' wives, Orpah and Ruth. "Stay here with your own people and your gods," she said. "You will find new husbands, but I must go back home to my own country." So Orpah went back to her own people, but Ruth would not leave Naomi. "I'm going wherever you go," she said. "I will worship your God and be a part of your family." Ruth left her own country and her family because she loved Naomi and she loved God. It was barley harvest time when Ruth and Naomi got back to Bethlehem. Ruth worked in the fields belonging to Boaz. her dead husband's uncle. Boaz told his workers to drop plenty of stalks of barley for Ruth to pick up. Ruth showed all the barley to Naomi. "God has looked after us today," Naomi said. "Boaz has been very kind to you." They thanked God for looking after them.
So, in that story, Ruth stuck with Naomi even when she was told to go home. She didn't have to, but she chose to stick with her. That was an amazing comfort to her. What a great friend she was. Our second story is a story from the New Testament, and it's a story that's quite well known, Jesus calming the storm. So watch the video of this one, and at the end, pause the video, and there's some questions to think about. Did the story bring comfort to the people who were following Jesus, especially the ones in the boat? And how could the story help people who follow Jesus today?
That evening, Jesus said to his disciples, "Let's cross to the east side." So they left the crowd. And his disciples started across the lake with him in the boat. Some other boats followed along. Suddenly, a windstorm struck the lake. Waves started splashing into the boat, and it was about to sink. Jesus was in the back of the boat with his head on a pillow, and he was asleep. His disciples woke him and said, "Teacher, don't you care that we're about to drown?" Jesus got up and ordered the wind and the waves to be quiet. The wind stopped and everything was calm. Jesus asked his disciples, "Why were you afraid? Don't you have any faith?" Now they were more afraid than ever and said to each other, "Who is this? Even the wind and the waves obey him."
So Jesus, in the stories and the teachings we read in the Bible, talks a lot about bringing his peace to us, his rest and his comfort. And so for me as a Christian and as an adult, that is where I go to find my comfort. But I find that God's comfort comes to me mainly through other people. And in the Bible, there's a verse in the second book of Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 4, and it says this. It says, "God comforts us when we're in trouble so that we can share the same comfort with others in trouble." So for me, I take that to mean that we are expected to comfort each other, being God's hands and feet and voice on this earth. And for me as a Christian, I feel like I'm part of a bigger family, some people might call the church, but people that follow Jesus, that love and care for one another. And that's our way of bringing God's comfort to one another and of showing it to the wider world. So today's song is called The Blessing. Its words are based on a Celtic prayer. I've put the lyrics in the description below as well, so you can read those beforehand if you want to, but they're on the screen with the song. And it's the sort of song we can actually sing to one another. May your life in this world be a happy one. May the sun be warm, may the skies be blue. May each storm that comes your way clear the air for a brighter day. May the saints and Saviour watch over you. May your life in this world be a happy one. May the sun be warm, may the skies be blue. May each storm that comes your way clear the air for a brighter day. May the saints and Saviour watch over you. As you make your way through this old world of ours, pass away the hours. May the saints and Saviour watch over you. May your life in this world be a happy one. May the sun be warm, may the skies be blue. May each storm that comes your way clear the air for a brighter day. May the saints and Saviour watch over you. As you spend your time with your friends and your family, as you see the warmth and the love they have for you, as you see the wars and hate that others radiate, may the saints and Saviour watch over you. May your life in this world be a happy one. May the sun be warm, may the skies be blue. May each storm that comes your way clear the air for a brighter day. May the saints and Saviour watch over you. May your life in this world be a happy one. May the sun be warm, may the skies be blue. May each storm that comes your way clear the air for a brighter day. May the saints and Saviour watch over you. So for our prayer and reflection time, there are 3 pictures. I'd encourage you to pause the video on each picture and talk about who it is that picture reminds you of. Then take some time to think about them or pray for them if you'd like to. And at the end of these pictures, you'll also find a prayer that Rev Glyn has written. You're welcome to pray that one too if you'd like to. So I wonder if you could be a comfort to someone else this week. Maybe a message, a phone call, a video chat, a card, or even get out your pen and paper and write a letter, or even just hugging somebody at home. Let's try and be comforters to one another. Thank you for watching. I'll see you again soon. Bye.